So I'm talking with somebody that I'm basically counseling on reality, and they're talking about everything being known, which was removed from the Bible recently, and it was added by King James. If you look up William Tyndale's Bible, God is omniscient and all-knowing was not existing in William Tyndale's version, and it's not existing in the Greek version, and it's not existing in the Hebrew or Aramaic versions. It was only in the King James version that he added that himself. So what I wanted to teach you guys is a little bit about operational logistics. And we're talking about like similar to a quantum computer or a neurological system or even a binary computer, any operating system that operates, any living being that operates and moves and exists, anything that exists, and not an imaginary thing, a real actualized physical moving operating system that continues to operate, is going to be valued at an X state. X is going to be rational and logical, and it's always going to be less than infinity. So what I wanted to show you guys today is I want you to be able to picture and help yourself escape this mind washing that went on in Christianity. People like King James killed Catholics. Catholics, they had the root Bible. They had the real Bible in their homes. Some of them could be even Jewish. They would have the beginning Bible, the Torah. The first 5 books of the Bible is what Jewish study in Greek or in Hebrew. They study it in Hebrew. And some people can study the Bible in Greek and get the same exact message. But when they study King James Version, they get a kind of diluted and twisted version that is way different than today's reality. What I'm trying to save you from is modern Christianity, mind washing, and bring you to the root of Christianity. And understanding the history of Christianity is where I think that I'm called to teach you, to bring you to understanding Christianity as a whole, a topic, not just the King James Bible. And understanding this logistic right here, X is us. X is an operating system. X is any rational number. Any fractional number as well. It can be any fractional. Any rational, fractional, and logical conglomeration of mass and energy. And even vacuum, meaning absence of mass and energy. All right. So if X equals that, that's kind of what we're made of. That's what allows us to move, is the absence of mass and energy. In vectors is constantly being filled and unfilled, and this kinetic energy is constantly being used and unstored, right? And moved around. Now, what some people don't understand is spirit can equal infinity. Now, that's a homonym to soul does not equal infinity. Now, a spirit is different than your soul. The spirit of you is what I'm trying to say. The soul is you. You are the soul. The spirit of you is basically your intents, your thoughts, the ripple effect, that which is visible by others, which is from you. Now, if you read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, he teaches you this. Emerald Tablets of Thoth. He teaches you this in the book of Life and Death. And he talks about how the spirit right here in the keys of life and death, he'll talk to you right around here. He talks about spirit here. He talks about spirit below too, I'm pretty sure. I just read this recently again, just to remind. He talks about the difference between soul. This book is a very, very good book to read when you have become enlightened, because you can actually spend time with Thoth. Thoth is still alive. And maybe you can even break out to him so you can read it with him. And if you do read it with him, you can learn even more. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you guys understand a little bit more about your spirit, the difference between your spirit, because you can remote control energy fobs with your spirit. Now, what I mean by this is remote control energy fobs, forward operating positions or bases, meaning when you think and move your spirit with your soul moves, the spirit causalities the movement of the fob. So your soul can remote control energy fobs with your spirit. Now, you can also create and remote control energy fobs with your spirit, meaning you can send out positions that move energy into greater energy and mass positions, similar to, let's say, forging. A forge, you can move your body in such a way that creates a forge. Yes. And if you don't believe in that because you're nerfed so hard because the world and the stars and all, you're so oppressed and you don't have magical powers, well, some of us do have magical powers. And can we show them to you? Absolutely not. Your belief would change. You'd think that you were infinitely less than all of us, and you'd start to wake up even more, and maybe you would have those magical powers. And your journey isn't about having those magical powers. You're not supposed to have them yet. You're supposed to be thinking rationally. You're supposed to be thinking about this world's equilibrium. You're supposed to learn. Use this experience as a learning tool. And one day you'll understand why you didn't have it, because it takes such attunement and professional demeanors in order to get the advancement in the spiritual fob plexes. These energy plexes, I know it might sound weird to you, but in the White House they can press one button and authorize a lot of people to die. And yes, you're going to say, but that's pressing a button. Well, then you call them over the phone. Oh, well, that's calling them over the phone. Well, then you can have a neural link. And then you're like, oh, there's no neural links. And then you watch Joe Rogan, and there is neural links. And then you watch Matthew and figure me out. Yes, there is neural links already. We do have neural links figured out. I've even had them. I've used them myself and gotten rid of them because I think they're immoral. I think that if you're using Neuralink, you're just trying to switch to this version of cheating in reality. In video games, I play competitive video games. I play video games a lot. Really, in my opinion, I kind of, in a way, still have Neuralink in a way where I'm watching for hackers. I'm watching for cheat coders. It's kind of like a state of reason. Like, we all have that neural link with the real world, right? We're downloading reality, and you have to be. You don't have a choice. If somebody's doing a crime, they're doing a crime. That sort of thing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. OMG Bomber out. Have a beautiful day.